What's up, guys? Jason up, New Age Revolution in the car. Just crossed into Pennsylvania. We are headed to Brian's Wrestling Collection Live in good old Glen Burnie, Maryland. That's right. And I am pumped. And I told you I was taking you with me. And so, you know, this is the first part. Let's take a look over here. We got like 3 hours and 46 minutes to go. And I should probably turn down, hang on. I turn down Herbie Hancock Rocket just so I don't get, in trouble with Herbie Hancock. Herbie Hancock. So we're and it's still a long drive. It's long. So, almost 4 hours from now, we're gonna pull into the old hotel, the old Holiday Inn, and I'm gonna just unpack, and I'm gonna chat with you guys in the room, and then I'm gonna go out and eat and drink and be merry. I've got, like I said the other day, I've got a little gift card for restaurants, and there happens to be a Chili's right near the hotel, so that's not going to be my hangout. I think the hangout is going to be at the hotel, but I want to spend up this $25 gift card and get that out of the way, and then we'll go back to the hotel and hang out with you guys. We've got we've got Wrestling with the Past planned this weekend. We've got a vintage horror night from the hotel, and that's that. So here's a little bit of my view, my drive. Pennsylvania is apparently hilly, and I'm not going to call it mountainy, but obviously lots of trees. So this has been my view for the past 30 minutes, and I'm already tired of it. But no offense, Pennsylvania. All right, we'll see you in a minute. I don't know, soon. All right, guys. Holy cow, that was a 6-hour drive. And that is exhausting. But here we are at the beautiful Holiday Inn, blah, 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 Glen Burnie, Maryland. And we are getting ready to do this. Fun day planned tomorrow. Fun day indeed planned tomorrow. Brian's Wrestling Convention Live, but we are here now, and I am going to sit for a minute after driving a long time. Slow, too. There was a lot of traffic at certain points, and a lot of delays. I only stopped once on the road. I stopped at a gas station just to fill up, and I had a piece of gas station pizza. Fortunately for me, it hasn't asked to come out of my body yet, which is good, because that's not good on the road, but I'm sure that'll happen. The TV does have a Blu-ray hookup, so the HDMI, yeah, it's behind there, trust me. So we're going to be doing the actual vintage horror night the right way tonight on DVD, or on Blu-ray. We've got televised terror. Televised terror to crack into tonight. I'm excited about that. So I'm going to rest for a little bit, and then I'm going to hit up Chili's and just get my grub on and my drink on. The bar opens here at about 5. I'm just going to hang in here tonight. I don't know if I'm going to do anything. There's a couple of people that I wanted to see, but I think I might wait till tomorrow. Just because I think I'm tired. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to have some fun tonight. All right, guys, I've settled in. Stuff is put away. Bathroom accoutrements are set up. Now, as fast as we got in, I didn't even lay down. It's just time to go. So I'm going to go to Chili's right now. I can see it from the window. It's 45 seconds from here. So we're going to hit Chili's. Fill up, drink up, and then I'm going to go over to the venue and meet Brian Hardy, and go over a few last minute details. And then we're going to come back here. We're going to hit the Holiday Inn bar. we're gonna get loosened up for vintage horror night tonight. It's coming. Stay tuned. Let's go eat. Let's go eat some. I don't know. What does Chili's have? Does Chili's have anything good? I don't know. I hate Chili's. All right. I think, you know, when I was like 20, all you needed in life were like chicken crispers. My palate has changed a bit, and hopefully there's something in here that I can enjoy, or I'm gonna end up with chicken crispers. Let me pull in here. All right, let's hit Chili's. It's free thanks to my folks at work, and we'll see you back in the car. All right, gang. So, did I just say all right, gang? Yeah, okay. All right, fellas. I was at Chili's, and we had some ribs, whatever. Some beers, fine. And then I got a text, or I texted my man Brian Hardy, and he is at this location right here. He is at the venue where Brian's Wrestling Collection Live will be happening tomorrow. So I said, look, I'm going to come by. And we're going to check out this place and get some of the, shore up the preparations, as they say in the business, right? So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to surprise him. I think he has to open the door, so it's not really that much of a surprise. But we're going to tell him we're here, and then we're going to film him, and we're going to look at the venue, and we're going to have some fun, and we're going to see what this place is all about. Brian's Wrestling Collection Live is going off here tomorrow. Let me spin this around. Ooh, there we go. All right, let's see what we got here. Coming up on the place. I think this is the place. I could be wrong. Might be the place. Oh, this is the place. This is the place. Wait. I can't get in. I'm a VIP. I'm part of the show. Oh my goodness.
The new 80s revolution in the house.
Oh my goodness. The second generation sensation. Brian Hardy, ladies and gentlemen. Look at what's going on.
The air is kicking and it is still hot as hell.
Oh, it's hot as hell. It smells like Clorox. There's some dude with blue hair over there. I don't know who he is.
The third generation.
The third generation sensation.
Owen Hardy.
How did I know? All right, here we go. So there's a quick look around. I'm gonna hang out with this guy over here, and then we're just gonna do some stuff. Where am I sitting? Where's my table?
Dude, I
Show me
gotta
my
get
table.
all that taken care of.
Oh my goodness! I need my spot. I'm right here. I'm sitting behind. We're gonna get 3 people to come over and say hello to me. All right, this is gonna be great.
One of those.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys. So that was just a quick look at the venue tomorrow. I'm back at the hotel. I'm gonna, even though I just had ribs, I'm gonna go sit at the bar and have some appetizers, maybe a few more cocktails, and then we'll see how it goes. I don't want to start movie night too early, but might be looking at like maybe 9 o'clock, settling in for the night. Old man going to bed at 9 o'clock, watching a scary movie with you guys. That's coming up soon. See you soon. Okay, well that was awful. That was the Holiday Inn bar. $7 drafts. That's not happening. Okay, well, that's not going to happen. The hotel bar here at the Holiday Inn has $7 drafts. Yeah, $7. And that's not going to be a thing here, so we're not going to do that. And usually I'm like, when I go to like the Niagara Falls Comic-Con, I'm like parked at the hotel bar like pretty much all day. But this place is empty. It's a very strange. It's almost like it's like their breakfast nook with some alcohol on some shelves. It's not a bar. It's kind of weird, and it was $7 drafts, and I'm like, that's not. I'm not doing that. So, we're going to hang out here for a little bit. I don't think I'm done for the night. I think I'm going to go somewhere else. There's a sports bar a mile and a half from here. I'm not hungry. Again, I just ate ribs and all that, so I'm definitely not hungry. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's like 7. No, it's not 7. It's like 6:15 right now. So I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit and then figure out what I want to do. I got to do a wrestling with the past this weekend. I got to do the vintage horror night tonight, and I got to do a little prep for tomorrow's show. I got to jot some notes down and make sure I know what I'm gonna say and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll check back in either as I'm getting ready to leave for a few more beers, or I am ready to do some evening wind down and start the horror night. So we'll see in a bit. What's up, guys? Jason of New Age Revolution here at the beautiful Holiday Inn, and just got back from the whole day. Got back from Brian's Wrestling Collection Live, which I didn't take any footage of, but you guys will see. He's editing it all together, and he's going to post it on his channel, and then I'll get my hands on it and probably post the whole show up on my channel. But it was a great time, and basically it was a podcast. It was a live podcast of Brian's Wrestling Collection, and they were, Brian did like 4 shoot interviews with Barry Hardy, Dwayne Gilberg from WWF, Barry Hardy obviously from WWF, Bobby Starr, who was in both WWF and WCW, and ECW manager Joel Gertner. And he brought each one up to the stage, and he sat across from them with 2 microphones, and they did an interview. And that was awesome. Brian's a great interviewer, great questions, and like I've always wanted to do, he got stories from the guys who didn't have anything to lose by telling truthful stories, right? I mean, I've said many times on the channel, I don't want to do an interview with, Ric Flair. I want to do an interview with Barry Hardy, not because one is better than the other, but because, Barry Hardy and Dwayne Gill and Bobby Starr, these are the guys who, look, they're going to tell the stories, and they got the best stories, of just, who treated them great, who didn't. What's it like interacting with certain people or Vince McMahon, and I don't know, they were just great. They were great. Joel Gertner was a great interview, and that's that. And then we departed and we hit the after party for a little bit. I had a beer or two, I think, with Brian, and his family were there, and a couple of Barry Hardy came and Bobby Starr came, and in fact they cut a couple of promos for the show that I'll air. I'll put in here somewhere. You're watching the New 80s Revolution. This is Barry Hardy. And that's great. That's great stuff. And in fact, Brian insisted that happened, and it happened after I left. I left the after party, and he got those videos done because he wanted to, right? I didn't ask for them. In fact, when he was telling me, go get it, I was like, no, I'll just, it's fine. But then he did it, so that's cool. And then I met up with my girl Net, XOX Customs, and she is lovely. Her wife is lovely, and we all hung out, and she bought me a crab cake dinner from Maryland. Maryland crab cakes, ladies and gentlemen. Had one for the first time. So thanks to Net. Just great time here with great people, and getting to hang out with people that, that have found me one way or another, or I found them in the case of Net and XOX, and It's just great. Just makes the whole channel and the whole experience worthwhile. So now I'm done. It's like 7:30 at night. I'm full. I'm tired. And now we're going to do movie night. Last night, I started watching the movie. I think you guys saw some stuff. So basically, there's going to be two videos. There's Wrestling with the Past, which I filmed last night, and there's going to be Vintage Horror Night, which I'm about to do now. And I was going to do them in reverse order. I started out last night getting ready to do Vintage Horror Night, but I ended up watching like 10 minutes of the movie and then going to sleep. But we did a Wrestling with the Past. So now we're going to do Vintage Horror Night. But first, ladies and gentlemen, first, I am going to take a shower, and then we're going to watch... well, let's see. Hang on now. We're going to watch Televised Terror, the TV, made-for-TV movie, the made-for-TV horror movie 3-pack Blu-ray set. I'm Watching You. Oh, no. Are You Alone in the House is going to be the first movie we watch. Or probably the only movie I watch tonight, Vintage Horror. And when I come back from the shower, I'll give you a rundown of what it's about. I did watch 10 minutes of it last night, and it's good. It's like it's just good. And before we watch it, we're gonna talk about the importance of TV movies and what they meant to us in our particular era, and how they don't exist anymore. And somebody turned me on to a movie called The Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. And I bought that. Somebody on YouTube, somebody in the comments section, when I was talking about this Televised Terror thing, they said you should get Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. It's really good. And it's a 1981 or 1983 made-for-TV movie, and aired on CBS. And I watched it last week, and it's incredible. It's fantastic. But one of the extras was the TV commercial for it, as aired in 81 or 83, I can't remember which. And it's incredible. It's incredible to see the CBS logo, and tonight on the CBS movie. So great. And I'm sure the enthusiasm for that was so high at the time, and obviously these are made for TV movies. You don't know what you're going to get. There's not a lot of publicity. You're not seeing the coming attractions for it on TV, the newspaper clippings. No, it's just sit down and blindly watch a movie that CBS is telling us we'll enjoy. And it was fantastic. And I just wish that those times existed again. But obviously they don't. All right, so I am going to jump in the shower. And then we're going to come back all fresh and clean. So clean and so fresh, so fresh and so clean. Isn't that a song? I don't know. All the kids are singing it. And then we're going to watch a movie. See you soon. All right, guys. Shower done. You got me with shower hair. But that's all right. So let's take a look at this movie here. Let me get this right here. So we've got Vinegar Syndrome's Are You in the House Alone? A 1978 made-for-TV movie broadcast. I'm not sure by who. Hopefully there's some extras. Let's see. Extras. No, there doesn't seem to be any original commercials for this, so I'm not sure if this was CBS, NBC. I'm not sure, but it's got Dennis Quaid and Blythe Danner. If you're not familiar with Blythe Danner, she was in what's that movie? The Fockers. There, whatever. Do some research before the show. Meet the Parents. Blythe Danner, a little younger. Purdy looks a lot like Gwyneth Paltrow. All right, so let's give you a little rundown here. Gail Osborne is an average high school girl whose life is turned upside down after she is attacked and savagely assaulted. Unsure of who is behind her brutalization, Gail does her best to continue her life, But when a mystery person begins leaving her threatening messages and making unsettling phone calls, Gail realizes that her nightmare is only just beginning, and that whoever was responsible for her assault is far from through terrorizing her. Who could it be, and just how far are they prepared to take their plans? I watched 10 minutes of it last night, and it's great. So right away, you have some suspicions of who it could be. There's a creepy teacher, a creepy photographer, a photography teacher. There's Dennis Quaid, who is kind of like the chauvinist boyfriend of her friend. There's a guy that she likes, right? So you think, okay, maybe. So really, you got to think outside the box. So you got to think that maybe, the person who's assaulting her is in her life right now, and who of these characters is it? But I'll tell you what, man. Again, the vibe of a made-for-TV movie is so cool. The vibe of a late 70s movie is so cool. Obviously, I love the 80s, but there's something special about movies from the late 70s and the look and the feel, and especially the teenage characters, the young characters are so cool. Like Halloween, the Halloween movies, the teenage characters in that are cool. The Friday the 13th from, very early 80s or late 70s, so cool. I just like it. So this is awesome so far. Looks as good as it's gonna on Blu-ray. I don't really critique that stuff. I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know if it looks good in the transfer or whatever that means. It's fine. It's great, and I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it tonight. I'll go back and show you the opening credits. It is so classic, and just so cheeseball late 70s, early 80s, and it's just beautiful. And if you didn't know better with Vinegar Syndrome, their little intro makes you think that we've got a little bit more of an adult feature coming. Vinegar Syndrome's logo is like a chick, like just a silhouette of a girl with a suggestive pose. I don't know. I thought maybe I had put in the wrong movie. Anyway, this is great, and we're going to watch it now, and I'm going to... Look, it's still light out. I'm such a nerd. I'm such an old man. It's still light out. I've got to draw the curtains. I've got to remake the bed from shuffling it all around last night, and then I'm going to get cozy and watch the movie, and then I'll talk to you about it pretty soon. All right, guys. So here's a little shot of the movie there. There's old Blythe Danner. And, Gwyneth Paltrow from years and years ago. So far, so good. The movie's fun. I got hungry. And, but you know what? I'm not hungry. This is such a weird thing to do. I get bored, and then I'm like, let me go eat. And, there's a hotel restaurant downstairs. So let's just go buy something. But I'm not hungry. But that's okay. So, I got this bad boy here. Nothing unhealthy, right? We're going with the old Cobb salad with the blue cheese dressing. Probably unhealthier than we think, right? Probably more calories in there than a steak. But that's all right. I don't care. I'm not going to watch the movie while I eat, I don't think, because I'm not going to sit with a Cobb salad in bed. Plus, I like to focus. I like to focus on the movie. So far, really fun movie. Honestly, I'm 40 minutes into it. So again, it's a high school girl who the movie starts with her, being taken out of her house by an ambulance, and then she's in the hospital, and she was basically raped. And so the parent, she's kind of freaking out, and the nurses and doctors are saying, do you know who did this? Do you know who did this? And she starts like kind of screaming, going, it doesn't matter. You're not going to believe me. You're not going to believe me. And then they go to like the flashback, and that's how the movie starts. She's already been assaulted, And now we have the build up to that. So she's, it's just like typical teenage stuff, high school stuff. But there's people along the way that you're thinking, okay, this could be the attacker. Like I said, there's a really creepy photography teacher in high school. And again, this is 1979, so it's just weird to watch because like she's taking pictures and they're doing a photo class and there's all guys in the class and then there's her and the teacher's like, okay, Gail, her name is Gail. Okay, Gail, let's do a pose and let's try to get in touch with emotions. We could do happy. No, Gail, we want you to do sexy. So do sexy, Gail. And like she gets up and she's like, okay. And she, does like a sexy pose. And, I think she would have owned the school district if that happened today. And then she goes to the guidance counselor or the principal or whoever, and she's telling them that, because people are leaving, like this guy's leaving notes in her locker. I'm watching you and I'm following you. So she's being followed by somebody. Who I assume is eventually the attacker. So whenever she's like with friends, they do a far shot of the guy in the, creeping in the woods. So he's watching her from afar. You don't see who it is, obviously. And then somebody's leaving notes in her locker. I'm watching you, blah, blah, blah. So she goes to the principal and she tells the principal. And the principal tells her, you're fine. Boys really aren't that threatening. They say a lot of stuff, they kid around, but don't worry, you're fine. And she's like, oh. So again, 1979, fun stuff. And then the principal's like, are there any ex-boyfriends that you've upset? And she's like, what? Like, yeah, it's just fun to watch. But anyway, all right, so I'm going to eat this Cobb salad. I'm not even hungry. And then I'm going to finish the movie. And then I'll talk to you after the movie. Oh, I also got a Dr. Pepper to go with it. I've been drinking a lot of Dr. Pepper lately. I love Pepsi more than anything in the world. But Dr. Pepper, it just tastes good sometimes. That'll help me sleep tonight. Cucumber. Tomato. Good morning, friends. Well, Vintage Horror Night is now turning into Vintage Horror Morning. Yes, I finished the movie last night, and then I was warm and cozy. And again, the air conditioning's on at like 61 degrees because that's how I do. I wasn't getting up. I wasn't, putting clothes on. I'm sorry. So we'll cap off Vintage Horror Night this morning before I leave for another 6-hour drive back home. Okay, so are you alone in the house, or are you in the house alone, actually? I don't know. You want spoilers or not, Yes or no? So it wasn't a horror movie. Televised terror, I think, is going to be, caught somewhere in between horror and made for TV, mystery drama kind of stuff with a touch of horror. So this is actually a really it's a movie that probably generated a lot of I don't like that angle. That's like, you can see massive amounts of chin there. You can still see massive amounts of chin. I think this movie probably, I don't know, was 1979's attempt at, making a statement. But because it was very strange. So the movie deals with rape, with sexual assault in high school. And it's very, very dated. It's very dated because you see really the the adults, the authority figures, not really doing anything about it, especially when the girl does tell who did this to her, and they basically say, well, there's not much we can do. And the reasons why there wasn't much they can do was the attorney. There's like a family friend who's an attorney kind of deal, and the attorney says, well, you did let him in, and you're not a, I know this is, if you got kids around, move them to another room, but you let him in the house, and you're not a virgin. And so that would not go over well in a court in 1979. So it was kind of weird because once we find out who the assailant is, he is part of the high school. That's what I'll say. And she doesn't want to go back to school. She decides to go back to school to not let him ruin her life. And he's just there and smiling at her, and everybody in the school knows that it's him, and nobody's doing anything. And the girl's boyfriend is like, oh, I really want to kill him, but I won't. It's like, what? So finally, I guess he, in the last 10 minutes of the movie, he gets caught, possibly setting up another victim, and then something happens. But I don't want to spoil it for you. If you're going to see it, Televised Terror from Vinegar Syndrome, a three Blu-ray box set of made-for-TV movies. This one was cool, but again, it was just like stepping back in a time machine and seeing some very strange, not cultural, but society dynamics and things like that. Fun little movie, fine movie, good movie. Fine. Dennis Quaid, Blythe Danner. I don't know who the two leads are. The lead girl, Gail. She was a pretty girl. So yeah, fine movie. Are you in the house alone? Definitely fun and definitely weird and thought provoking. But so that's Vintage Horror Night. I'm packing up and leaving. I will see you all. I don't know, tomorrow or something when I do another show. I don't know. Goodbye. Good night now.